What up, YouTube? Ed, WeskerGriff, coming back with a mail day recap video. Have some cards, per usual, to show off, including a pretty cool care package coming in from a fellow YouTuber, Dustin and Blake. So, looking forward to showing off what they sent. They sent 3 giant stacks of cards, so a lot of binder goodness and Z-Folio goodness. So, thank you, fellas. Also got 2 pickups from eBay, one for the Sixers PC and one for the O's PC. We'll jump into it right now. I'll show off those first. The Sixer card is from Panini Prizm 2019-2020. It's of a guy who a lot of Sixer fans are extremely disappointed with. Didn't live up to the hype. But, you know, if you look at my Sixers PC and you go through all my autograph cards or my memorabilia cards or the relic cards, you'll see a lot of guys that did not live up to the hype. It's kind of a who's who. But this card in particular is of Tobias Harris. So I was able to snag this for under $7 shipped, dirt cheap. And the Sixers signed him to a pretty big contract. And sweet Jesus, he has not lived up to it. The rumors going around are that the Sixers are trying to actively trade him during the deadline, so during the offseason. So I have no idea if he'll still be with the team. My guess is going to be he will be, because that's too big a contract to move, even though that the Sixers were successful in getting rid of Al Horford and his ridiculous contract. So the Sixers recently signed Danny Green. They got via a trade, and they also signed Dwight Howard. I have no idea what to make of either one of those moves, but it's I don't think it's looking too good for the Sixers, so we'll see what they do this year. But figured I add this Tobias Harris into the collection, into the Sixers PC. Pretty cool card, nice Prizm autograph, but damn, he really needs to step up his game a little bit if the Sixers want to do anything relevant next season coming up. Now, for the O's PC, this is a card that I am extremely excited to add into the collection. I think Oriole fans will definitely remember this guy because he was a big part of the 2012 team, was the big trade deadline acquisition. And this is a card that I've been looking for 5+ years. Came out in 2013. It's from Topps Turkey Red. And there's only 20 of them. And I don't ever see Topps making another certified autograph of this guy in an Orioles uniform. So at the time when I first saw this card in 2013, the price on the card was pretty expensive because it was a pretty expensive product to open at the time, and because it's numbered to 20. And like I said, he was coming off a really good season, that good 2012 season. So this card was pretty pricey back in 2013, but I didn't pull the trigger then, and I had to, since I didn't pull the trigger then, I had to wait 5+ years to get another crack at adding this card into the collection. But if there's one thing in the hobby that newer people need to learn, it's that, you know, patience really pays off in the long run in this hobby for specific things. And patience definitely paid off here because I was able to recently acquire this card for $25 after all these years of waiting. Thankfully, the card popped up back on eBay, and I had been looking throughout the years to try to add this card to the collection. It just I never had an opportunity for it. It never popped up. But here is the card. It is from Turkey Red, like I said, numbered out of 20. It is an autograph of Joe Saunders. So I'm sure the majority of the people watching this video are like, who? Who's this guy? But Joe Saunders was a big part of the Orioles 2012 season. He was the main trade deadline acquisition, and he was really, really good for them down the stretch, kind of stabilized that rotation. And he was the pitcher that Buck threw out there in the wild card game against the Texas Rangers in Texas, and Joe was able to dominate that Rangers lineup and get the Orioles the win to advance them to the ALDS against the Yankees. So they were able that year. I think 2012 was the first time that the Orioles hosted a playoff game or got to the ALDS, and I think it was over like 20 years or something like that, something crazy like that. But It was awesome. It was a blast. The 2012 Orioles are one of my all-time favorite baseball teams. Just a great group of guys. Great story. The anti-sabermetric team. I know the sabermetric community hated the 2012 Orioles because their numbers were so lopsided and a lot of anomalies, statistical anomalies. But man, that was an extremely fun team to watch. An absolutely awesome season for the O's, and Joe Saunders played a pivotal key in that. And like I said, this card, spent years trying to find this card. And, you know, it's easy to find an autograph of a known guy, of a guy who, you know, has a following, like a, you know, like a Trout, like a Ken Griffey, you know, insert any superstar, or even like semi-popular guys. But when you're trying to find an obscure guy who maybe has one autograph, damn, you got to wait a really long time to find that card again and hope it pops up. But just a story of perseverance in the hobby, and really glad to add this one to the collection. So I hope I didn't bore you guys to death talking about Joe Saunders for 4 minutes, but damn, just really, really thrilled to add that one into the collection. So let's get on to Dustin and Blake's care package. Looked all through the envelope and didn't see no note. Got the blue tape and the tape all off the packages. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the football first. So this is cool. So thank you, fellas. Dustin and Blake, greatly appreciate it. Can't get this out. Oh, got it. So we're going to start first with Michael Vick, who I believe is doing work for Fox Sports 1 as an analyst now. We got Randall Cunningham, very cool. Howard Carmichael. Nick Foles, signal callers, very cool. Although I believe he got injured last week, so that really sucks. Hopefully he's still going to be playing this season. We got Carson Wentz closing in. The Eagles play the Browns tomorrow. I'm filming this on Saturday. Apparently there it is, the Browns. Apparently, word around town is that it's supposed to be a monsoon in Cleveland, and they're expected to get 5 to 7 inches of rain. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm assuming Carson Wentz is probably going to fumble the football a few times. Reggie White, Eric Rowe, but I'm assuming that's just going to be a game where they just keep constantly running the ball 24/7. So Eagles desperately need a win after losing to the Giants, and I believe the Browns need a win to keep pace in the playoffs for the AFC. So we'll see what happens. Irvin Fryer, I believe he went to jail. Irvin Fryer, very, very cool. Nice cards. And we got some Phillies. Let's see. We got Reese Hoskins. We got some Aaron Nola. Sweet. We got some old school tops here. Can never go wrong with that. Cooperstown, Steve Carlton. We got Ray from Philly. Miguel Franco. That's his guy. Got some Diamond Kings. JT Realmuto. Hearing the rumors intensify for him to potentially maybe go to the Mets. God, that would be a titanic disaster for the Phillies to, you know, get JT Realmuto only for 2 years and then to potentially give up a guy like Sixto Sanchez. Kind of a doom and gloom right now for Philly sports, but Jesus, let's try to stay a little positive. Steve Carlton. This is really, really nice. A nice stadium club here. Beautiful photography. Andrew McCutcheon. He'll be on the team next year. He's making tons of money. Oh, Michael Young. Wow. Panini Prizm. This guy had a cup of coffee with the Phillies. Played 1 year with us. I guess it's not really a cup of coffee playing 1 year. It's he had a pot of coffee with the Phillies. Bryce Harper. Mike Lieberthal. Jake Thompson. The Dutch. Dutch Dalton. Rest in peace. Topps Gold. Hopper. Hoskins, Reese, very cool. Oh, wow, this is cool. Big League Defensive Wizards, DD DeGlorious on the surface of the moon. That is neat. He was awesome for the Phils. He had a really nice season for us in 2020. Just the 60 games, but he was as advertised, DD DeGlorious, so I'm not sure if the Phillies will be able to bring him back. He was only on a one-year deal, but whoever gets DD DeGlorious, they're getting a good ball player, I'll tell you that. Bryce Harper, and we got a Steve Carlton. So very, very cool. And we got one more to go. We got Ivan DeJesus starting off with. Bob Durner. Bill Robinson. We got some old school tops. Love it. Bo Diaz. Ed Farmer. Got some Upper Deck Scott Rowland. Very, very cool. Nice shine. The Bats. Pat the Bat. Hometown Heroes. Odubel Herrera. They were talking about him potentially being on the team next year. I'm like, dude, no way. I thought they released him. Scott Rowland. Oh, that's really cool. Black Diamond. Doug Glanville. Schillen, who a lot of people believe he's going to get into the Hall this year. I don't see him getting in. I mean, he is a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. His body of work speaks for itself. But he did get arrested for fraud, along with Steve Bannon, for defrauding people, taking people's money for the border wall. So I think that'll probably be the final nail in the coffin for him. I don't see how he'll get in with that looming over his head. Darren Dalton, Dutch Dalton, which is a shame because he's a Hall of Fame player and he should have been in years ago, but his rocky relationship with the media and, the comments he made in the past, it just sucks. So what are you going to do? Kurt Schillen, Larry Boa, Harper, Hopper, Roland Rookie from Clearwater, very cool. Dale Murphy, very nice. Harper, and finishing off with the custom sweets of Blake rookie card. My first custom from Dustin and Blake. Very, very cool sign there. Not only is Blake the youngest member of the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, he is also a star on his football and baseball teams. This summer, Blake is trying his hand at a new sport, BMX racing. That's cool. Very, very cool. Thanks, fellas. Greatly, greatly appreciate this. Going to have a lot of fun going through these again, getting these cards in the Phillies and the Eagles binders. So very, very nice. Thanks, guys. Guys, I'm going to leave Dustin and Blake's link down below. Get amongst it. I'm sure most of you who watch me are subscribed to them, but if you're not, check them out. A great father and son duo here on YouTube. So that's all I got for you. Again, please stay safe. If you have to go out, wear the mask and, just try to survive 2020 because it's been a insanely wild year. But have a great one, guys. Have fun with the hobby. Take care. Peace. Have a great one.